I sent them $11,200 for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to NYC. They sent me a photo from Santorini. No apology. Just a text, "You're grown, you'll figure it out." It didn't even come from them directly. Just a group pic on Instagram, perfect lighting, wine glasses clinking, my cousin's boyfriend tagged in the background with the caption, "Greeks do it better, Greece sparkles, #squad vacay." I sat in my apartment in Queens, suitcase still packed, phone shaking in my hand. It was supposed to be my graduation trip. Something we'd planned for months, me, my two cousins, and my childhood best friend Erica. They'd all told me, "You book the Airbnb, we'll take care of the tickets. Just Venmo us your share." And I did. Every cent I had scraped together from 2 years of bartending, tutoring, and skipping every spring break and weekend getaway. $11,200. I double-checked the transaction history. The transfer was real. The betrayal? Even more real. I sent a message to the group chat. Just 4 words. "Where are you guys?" Seen. No reply. Then Erica finally answered, separately. "Hey, sorry we didn't loop you in. The NYC thing felt small. We thought we'd all rather do Europe." It was last minute. "I sent you money for NYC," I replied. "Yeah, I know. Flights were a bit more, so we pooled it. You've been kinda MIA lately anyway. Didn't know if you were still coming." That last line? A knife. I hadn't been MIA, I'd just been busy surviving. Working 2 jobs, taking night classes, dealing with rent hikes. I still texted back, still joined the planning calls, still picked out the Broadway shows and sent links to pizza tours. I stared at the blue bubbles for what felt like an hour before her last message came in. "Look, you're grown, you'll figure it out." No refund. No apology. Just silence. And a fresh reel the next day, Erica twirling on a balcony in a white dress, the Aegean Sea behind her, music blasting over a voiceover that said, "This year is all about healing and being selfish in the best way." I didn't cry. Not right away. Because the part that hurt the most wasn't the money. It was realizing I had been written out of a trip I helped pay for. By people who still smiled at my Instagram posts. By people who once called me family. But what they didn't know, what they never saw coming, is what I was about to do next. Because I wasn't just going to figure it out. I was going to make them regret underestimating me. I didn't block them. Didn't scream, didn't post, didn't call them out in a comment section. Because that's what they expected. Instead, I went quiet, the kind of quiet that makes people uncomfortable. The kind that makes them wonder what you're planning. That weekend, while they were sipping cocktails in Santorini, I took the subway to Midtown and walked to the doorstep of a place I hadn't been in years, my godmother's apartment. Aunt Marlene wasn't related by blood, but she was the one who taught me how to spot real friends before they smiled and stabbed. She opened the door in slippers and a silk robe, took one look at my face, and didn't ask a single question. She just hugged me and said, "Who do I need to unfollow?" I told her everything. The Venmo receipts. The texts. The Instagram captions. The silence. And when I finished, she just nodded and said, "Okay. Let's play. Here's what you need to know about Aunt Marlene. She's retired PR, the kind who used to fix billionaires' reputations with 3 sentences and a soft laugh." By Monday, we'd drafted the perfect email. Calm. Professional. Lethal. Hi all. Hope Santorini was healing. Just a heads up, the $11,200 wire I sent for our NYC trip is legally traceable, and since no services were rendered, I'll need a full refund within 10 business days before initiating a fraud claim with Venmo and my bank. Receipts attached for clarity. Wishing you sunshine. My name. We sent it at 9 a.m. sharp. No emojis. No threats. Just facts and attachments. Erica replied within 2 hours. "Whoa, hey, I didn't realize this was going to get legal. Let's talk?" Translation: You weren't supposed to push back. The cousins stayed silent. Marlene grinned at her phone. Let them squirm. People show you what you mean to them when money's on the table. But I wasn't done. See, Erica and my cousin Mia were building a travel brand. Instagram-based. Affiliate links. Sponsored posts. They used the trip to boost their profiles, tag deals, hotel collabs, all under the branding of authentic female wanderers. So I emailed the companies tagged in the photos, politely, with documentation of the Venmo transfers, screenshots of our original NYC group plan, and a simple message. "Hi. Just wanted to inform you that this trip may have been funded under false pretenses using pooled funds from an unrelated party. Please confirm whether this aligns with your brand's collaboration policy." No threats. Just a paper trail. 2 sponsorships pulled out. 1 hotel quietly untagged their story. And suddenly, Erica's DMs went private. By the end of the week, she texted again. "I've got your refund. Can we please talk?" I didn't think it would go this far. But the thing is, it hadn't gone far enough. Not yet. I didn't take the call. Not because I wanted revenge, but because I finally understood that not everyone deserves access to your voice just because they used to have it. Erica sent the money. Every cent. She Venmo'd it back in 3 parts, with vague comments like 4 flowers, NYC thing, and oops. As if downplaying it would erase what she did. I screenshotted every payment. Not to post. To remember. Because this wasn't just about getting my money back, it was about learning the difference between keeping the peace and keeping yourself intact. Meanwhile, their brand was quietly crumbling. The travel collabs? Drying up. The trip hashtag? Dead. The affiliate links? All broken. I didn't have to say a word publicly. The facts spoke louder than rage ever could. One night, a week after the money came back, I got a message from Mia, the cousin I was closest to growing up. We used to build blanket forts and make up dances in the backyard. She was the one I trusted the most. "I didn't know they were going to cut you out. I thought you were bailing anyway. Erica said you flaked." "I'm sorry." I read the message 3 times. Then I wrote back. "You watched them disappear with my money. You smiled for the camera. And you didn't ask one question. That's not flaking, that's erasing. But thanks for confirming who I was to you." She left it on read. And that was the last time we spoke. That weekend, I finally unpacked the suitcase that had been sitting by my door for 2 weeks. I took off the outfit I was supposed to wear to dinner in Manhattan, the shoes I had saved for Broadway, and folded them slowly. Then I bought myself 1 ticket. To NYC. Not because I needed the trip anymore. But because it was mine. I saw the show alone. Ate at that pizza place I'd bookmarked for months. Took a walk through Central Park with nobody waiting on me to split a check, tag them in a photo, or validate their version of events. It was the quietest, strongest thing I'd done all year. And when I posted a single picture, me, on the rooftop of the hotel I paid for, smiling without explanation, I captioned it. "You're right. I am grown. And I did figure it out." But there was still one last surprise left. And it didn't come from them. The message came a month later. From someone I hadn't expected. Nina, a girl from undergrad I barely remembered. We'd shared a public speaking class, swapped notes once or twice, and then lost touch. Her DM was short. "Saw your post. I think I know who you really are. Want to grab coffee?" Something about the phrasing made me pause. I replied with cautious curiosity. We met up 2 days later in Brooklyn, a neutral cafe, late afternoon sun pouring in through dusty windows. Nina arrived with a messenger bag, big glasses, and the kind of direct gaze that says she didn't come to make small talk. "I know what happened with the Santorini thing," she said. I raised an eyebrow. "That obvious?" She smiled. "I was on a group trip with them 2 years ago. Paris. I paid up front too, only to find out later they downgraded my hotel, pocketed the difference, and said they couldn't reach me in time." My stomach turned. "I let it go," she continued. "Because I thought I misunderstood. But after seeing your post, the same captions, the same tags, I realized it wasn't just me." She pulled out a folder. Inside were screenshots, bank records, even a few angry emails from others who'd been burned, people I didn't even know existed. People Erica and her circle had quietly taken advantage of. Nina tapped the folder. "I'm starting something. A network. People who've been ghosted, defrauded, discarded under the name of spontaneity and group vibes. I'm tired of watching women weaponize friendship to fund their lifestyles." I blinked. "You want me to? Help us. Tell your story. Maybe not with names. Just with truth." I sat back in my chair, the idea settling into place like a puzzle piece I didn't know was missing. I didn't want revenge. I wanted context. A place for people like me who didn't fall apart, but rose sharper. 3 months later, I published an anonymous essay titled, "What They Took When They Left With My Money." It wasn't just about the $11,200. It was about the years of being the reliable one. The one who always paid her share. The one who was easygoing, chill, understanding. The one people assumed wouldn't fight back. The piece went viral. Dozens of comments. Hundreds of shares. DMs from strangers saying, "This was me. Thank you." Erica never reached out again. Neither did Mia. But mutuals noticed. Quietly distanced. Shifted allegiances. The brand never recovered. But I did. Fully. Because healing doesn't always look like forgiveness. Sometimes it looks like turning your pain into something useful. And the best trips? Are the ones you take alone, when you know exactly who you are.